Keep yourself organised. Use field notes. Okay, so I like to consider myself a fairly organised person. Some would say otherwise, perhaps. But specifically, there's certain things that I like to keep note of. So I thought I'd mention a couple of these to you guys so that you're aware. If for some reason you've never heard of the tested.com YouTube channel, definitely check it out. Great tech reviews on there. Adam Savage, Norman Chan, great channel. And that's actually where I found out about field notes for the first time. This one specifically, which is the flight logs version of field notes. So basically, if you've not heard of field notes before, basically they make all sizes or all types of these different little miniature booklets for keeping notes of things. So specifically, the reason why I picked up essentially the drone field notes was for a couple of reasons. Depending where you live, whether it be Europe, Asia, US, there's all sorts of different rules on kind of where you should fly your drone, if you need licenses, if you don't, if you need insurance, if you don't. So there's lots of variation. And there's all sorts of crazy things going on with regards to the laws. Over here in Europe, there's some madness going on about not being able to fly over 50 meters and further than 50 meters, all sorts of madness. Anyway, the way I figure it, at some point when all these laws come in, different things are going to have to happen. And I'm, for those if it makes sense. I've been flying drones for a long time. I keep an online flight log of my flights for most of my drones. But it's also helpful, I think, to have a paper version. And really, I don't know if it's going to help, but I kind of figure when someone says, hey, you need to go and do all this stuff unless you've been flying for a certain period of time, how do you quantify or validate that? Now again, also the digital stuff helps because it's obviously electronically time dated, it shows my routes, all that sort of thing. I'm using the Flytrex V2 for that. But these books are good because you can store all your own information in there around kind of the date of your flight, how long you flew for, and there's also a good list, a good checklist of pre-flight checks, flight checks, post-flight checks. So it's just really about making good habits. And obviously the best thing about it is it's just so small, so it can fit in your flight bag, in your flight case, whatever it is that you're interested in. So really handy. And then after getting the drone version, that's when I decided that I really like the form factor, nice and small, compact. Again, not cheap for essentially a notepad. It's about £8 for a pack of 3. This is a mixed pad, so it comes one with graph paper, one with rule paper, and one with plain paper. And what I'm doing with these, or with one of them, is I'm keeping a log of my mileage and charging and everything for my Evolve GT skateboard, and really for no other reason than understanding, over time, after how many battery cycles am I getting decreased mileage, is the charge rate changing, what kind of speeds am I getting on the different wheel types. So basically, when I share videos in the future of how things are going, I have somewhere to reference to. So I just think these books are really handy. Keeping a bag, keeping a rucksack, keeping in your pocket. So definitely worth checking out. So if you're looking for a nice, neat, it looks good, the materials are good, then check out some field notes. Watching this video, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.